In January 2001, 13-year-old Lionel Alexander Tate became the youngest American to be sentenced with life in prison without parole after the death of a little beautiful 6-year-old Tiffany eunuch. In only a short few years, he was released. He was given a second chance in life. So where is he now? Well, back in prison. If you're wondering what happened, let's start from the beginning. Testifying as a witness in Lionel's defense, his mother, Kathleen, spoke of the day she was babysitting Tiffany on July 28, 1999. Kathleen was on U.S. Army Reserve duty the night before Tiffany died, and she was scheduled to go back on duty later that night. The kids were left alone to play downstairs while Kathleen went upstairs to sleep. And 45 minutes later, what happened? Well, Lionel came running upstairs and told his mother that Tiffany is no longer breathing. He also told his mother that he was playing around with pro wrestling moves that he saw on TV, so he had Tiffany in a headlock, and also she hit her head on the table. This is when Kathleen ran downstairs, checked for a pulse, and began trying to resuscitate Tiffany, who she said was cold to the touch. Kathleen said that that's when she called 911, and then she also noticed there was vomit coming out of Tiffany's mouth. Tiffany was later declared dead at the hospital. Kathleen claims she had no idea that Lionel had anything to do with Tiffany's death. Instead, she feared Tiffany's death was caused by the food that Kathleen made earlier for both of the kids. After Kathleen told Lionel that Tiffany was dead, she said it was like he just shut down. He looked at her like he was shocked. Tiffany had many serious injuries, including being stomped on repeatedly to the point that her liver was lacerated. She also had a fractured skull, fractured rib, and a swollen brain. The prosecution even said that Tiffany's injuries were as similar as to those she would have sustained by falling from a 3-story building. Due to Florida's felony murder rule, the jury was required to convict Lionel of first-degree murder, even if the jury did not believe that he intended to kill or injure anyone. The only requirement was that Lionel knowingly abused another child who died as a result, as any intentional act that could reasonably be expected to result in physical injury to a child. However, in January 2004, a state appeals court overturned Lionel's conviction on the basis that his mental competency had not been evaluated before the trial. So at 16 years old, he was released with 1 year of house arrest and 10 years of probation. Unfortunately, the story does not end there. Once again, only a few short years later, there was a claim that Lionel allegedly threatened a Domino's pizza man with a handgun outside a friend's apartment after placing an order, and that he stole the pizza. He was allowed to withdraw his guilty plea for robbery, but he would still be sentenced to 30 years in prison for violating probation. So, in February 2008, Lionel pled no contest to the robbery and was sentenced to 10 years in state prison. The sentence will run concurrently with his 30-year sentence for violating his probation. Lionel's current release date is set to be in 2030. While many have voiced their opinion that it's fair to give someone a second chance in life and see what they do with it, others have felt that Lionel should have remained locked away.